top cops in the UK admit that streaming content as end users, so people like you and me, is largely safe in the UK and honestly most of North America as well. For years now, they've made claims like this: if you're an end user and you stream content, you run a big risk of arrest. But the reality is, they're starting to admit that there's largely very little risk as an end user. But that doesn't mean there isn't some consequences, at least. The reason for these major scare campaigns are because services such as DAZN, BBC, and all these other big content groups, even Universal, they pay for these anti-piracy organizations. One of these include FACT, which is a UK-based anti-piracy group that basically goes around going after the people providing the content legally. But they've also made more pushes for the average Joe Blow, like you and me. One of the funniest campaigns is how they've constantly called Fire Sticks illegal, even though it's just like a Fire Stick with one or two apps on it. It's pretty hilarious. And they even admit that, yeah, streaming has gone through the roof, and that is pretty obvious why. I mean, you have to pay an arm and a leg for Netflix, and then you realize it doesn't have half your content. So you have to get Disney Plus, and then you're like, well, that doesn't have this. You have to get Prime Video. So yeah, people are fed up with the price of sports and content nowadays. It's just ridiculous. It costs you more than cable used to. If you watch this video and you're still concerned, you should get a VPN and run it at all times. This is going to hide what you're doing online from even your internet service provider, leaving no trace. You get over 80% off right here if you use this link.